Okay, in the first demo session, we have provided some basic permission to see the available resources in EC2 dashboard for a test user. Now we will add some extra permission to the policy that we have created in the first demo session to launch, start, stop, terminate instance for test user. If any people looking into this demo session video too, it will not be that much easy to understand the previous concept. So I would request you to go through the demo session one, come back to this video after watching demo session one. So here what we will be doing is first we will be opening the first demo policy that we have created in demo session one. So I'll click on policies. I'll click on first demo policy. Here now what we are going to do is I'll click on edit. So here what we are going to do is we are going to just uh, simplify this policy by removing the APIs, and we are going to put this APIs in a single command. So what I'm going to do is I'll remove all these APIs which has been described one by one. So instead of defining each API one by one, I'm going to put describe star, so that all will be defined in a single command. So I'll validate this policy. If this is valid, okay. The next model that I'm going to add to this one is I'll show you in that notepad file. The next thing that we are going to add is this one, this module. I'll explain what this model do is. Actually, this model is used for running the run instance. The action that we are going to define here is EC2 run instance. If you see right here, we have a resource column. In the previous examples, we used to put star in the resource column. Here, why we have defined each thing in different is um, this ARN it is called as Amazon resource name. It uniquely identifies AWS resources. We require an ARN when you need to specify an AWS resources across all of the AWS. So if you see here, right, this AWS, this I'll show you the syntax over here, which I have mentioned at the bottom. So this is the syntax for ARM, which is ARN. This partition is AWS, so it will be something like this: ARN, and the partition will be AWS, and the service will be EC2, or it can be IAM or some whatever it is, and sir, and region is we are going to launch this one in US East hyphen one, and account ID is your root account ID, it will something like this. And resources is we are going to just you can put some auto scaling or security group, security hyphen groups slash star. If I put star, yes, star, if I put star, it all the security groups that are available in this region can be used. So this is what set in this module. So suppose if you look here, right, the resource group that I'm going to use here is security group. So whatever security group is created, it can be used. And the next resource is network interface, and the third one is volume, and the fourth one is keeper, and the fifth one is image AMI, and the last one is subnet. These are the basic permission that you need to put into this module to launch an instance for a non-root user. And the other another module is create tags and delete tag. Uh, this is used for and just identifying this is used for identifying an EC2 instance. So when you create an EC2 instance, you can put a tag saying that this is test machine, this is development machine, something like that. And if you look into that this module, right, in this module what we are going to do is we are going to start only t2.micro. If the instant type is t2.micro, the user can start. If the instant type is different apart from t2.micro, you will not be able to start. So just this t2.micro is a free eligible type, so I have added this t2.micro to this module. So if you are trying to start other instance type apart from t2.micro, you will not be able to launch an instance. And the last module that I have added here is terminate instance, stop instance, and start instance. This is used giving permission for test user to terminate the instance, to stop the instance, and start the instance. So whatever the instance type it may be, you'll be able to start, terminate, and stop. You could also create a condition over here, putting that if the tag name is equal to prod, you can allow them to, you can make them not to stop. It just, you can create some tag over here by putting keyword like, if the tag name is equal to prod, you can make a test user not to stop the machine. So lot of features are available. This is a basic basic policy that is needed to launch an EC2 instance by non-root users. What I'll do is I'll just copy this uh, policy, and I'll put it. I'll copy this permission level and I'll put it into that policy. Just make a note. Make a note of. Make a note one more time. So this version statement SID. Here I'm going to give this EC2 describe this, which we have done in the first module, and here we are going to run instance. In this run instance, we are defining some resources, permission for some resources. This resources is security group, network interface, volume, key pair, and this one is AMI, and this one is subnet. And here in this model, we are giving some permission to tag and delete the tags of EC2 instance. And in this model, what we are going to do is, we are giving some certain permission that we will be able to that particular user will be able to launch only T2.micro instant type. If other instant type apart from T2.micro, you will not be able to stop. You will not be able to start data. So here you will be giving some permission to terminate, stop, and start instance. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just copy this uh, policy, and I'll be adding to the our policy that you have created on the first demo. Just I'm copying it, the policy. I'm going into the root account. I'm deleting all this. I'm putting this. I'm just saving it. Okay. You have to validate it and save it first. Then what you need to do is, you need to go to this uh, test user. So you have to launch and click on launch instance. Now if you see right, I'm selecting free tier only. Just click on select. Now general purpose T2.micro, we have just given permission to start only T2.micro. So if a user is trying to start this T2.nano, you will not be able to start. I'll show you that too. So I'll now select on general purpose T2.micro. Next, configure instant details. So since we do not give permission for IAM role, it is showing in red mark. So there's no problem with this. So next is add storage. Storage, we have given permission for volume here. If you see right, you have given permission for volume. Okay. Next, add tag. In this name, we are going to put this as test server. Okay. Next, configure security group. Select an existing security group, and we'll select this so that we'll get all access, all traffic. Next is review and launch. Next, we'll review it. Okay. Instant detail is fine. One machine. Storage is 10 GB of volume, and tags, we'll put it as test. Now I'll click on launch. So I'll select the demo key, I acknowledge it, launch instance. Yes, now you are able to launch instant using test user. If you see right, we are, by using that attached policy, we have launched a EC2 instance using test user. I'll click on view launch log. So all are successful, successful, successful. So I'll go down and look into view instances. If you see view instance right, it is just starting. Now this particular user can change the tag, delete the tags, and it can also terminate, stop, and start the instances. So now what we will do is, now here we have given T2.micro, we will try to launch some other instance of different instance type, so that you will not be able to launch. I'll click on launch instance. I'll click on the dot this one. Instead of for T2.micro, I'm selecting T2.nano. I'll click next configuration instant details. Next, add storage. I'll click next, add tabs. T2 dot T nano. Okay, Next, configure security group. We will select an existing security group. We'll select this. The all traffic server load will be on launched, and we'll give on launch, and we'll select the demo key, launch instance. You see here, right? Red Dot Linux interface is not supported for instant type T2.nano. Okay, so I'll click on cancel. So I'll click on launch instance. I'll select this. I'll select T2.small. Instead of T2.micro, what I'll do is I'll select T2.small. Next, configuration details. Next, add storage. Next, add tab. I'm selecting some prod server, something whatever it is, and you are not able to will not be able to make a launch of it. Next, configure security group. I'm selecting I'm selecting default value. Review on launch. I'm clicking on launch. Demo key. I'm selecting the key pair, which is demo key. Then launch instance. If you see here, right, you will not be able to launch. You are not authorized to perform this operation. So since we have given permission for this user to start only T2.micro, so we will not be able to start. Now I'll show you. Now we have also given permission to terminate, stop, and start instance. Now what we will do is we'll go into is uh, test user. I'll cancel it. Now let's see if this instance now it is started. I'll go here. It will go to instance state. We'll click on stop. Yes, stop. Now it is stopping. So I believe this makes you to easily understand how what are the needed permission that should be given to start and stop an EC2 instance for a non-root user. Just have a look on this uh, policy level. First is easy to describe, which we are giving as it is like a read policy to you. What are the informations available? The next module is we are giving some certain level of resource permission for run instances. And third one is we are giving permission to create and delete tags. And the fourth one is we are allowing this test user to launch only T2.micro instance type. It will not be able to launch other instance type. And the last permission that we have given is terminate instance, stop instance, and start instances. As I said earlier, you can also put a resource tag over here. You could give permission like if the resource tag is prod, you can also put that you can also put that this particular user will not be able to perform some certain operations, like stopping if the server is in production. So you can do whatever thing. This is the basic policy, permission level policy that it is needed to launch an EC2 instance by a non-root user. Now if you see, right, it is stopped. Shell instance state start. Hope this clears everyone's doubt. uh, so now it is starting. So this completes the demo session 2. In demo session 3, we will be seeing how to detach the policy, how to remove the users that we have created in demo session 1. We will first detach the policy, then we will delete the policy that we have created, then we will delete the users and groups that we have created in demo session 1. This all will be covered in demo session 3. Thank you for watching this video.